I read the Bible. Like the time is God. God is time. I like He have all the time. I never see God rush. As a single person, and when I have a brother and sister, when I have something, I just want to share. Like Sophia has so much to share. Heather, I get so much to share. Oh, I need to process this. I have to you know. And then when they don't have enough time, okay, 5 minutes. I'm like, shh, shh, shh. Like Jesus, like take me to that vision. Like, I have the excitement getting ready for the honeymoon and everything. And then I said, well, I get this dress. Will it fit me right? Maybe it doesn't look good. You know. And then God take me to this banquet. He was at the banquet. The banquet was for me. And Jesus was like standing right there. His eye was on me. And I looked into his eye. He didn't have to say anything. This banquet is you. You just come as you are. You don't have to worry about everything else. You come as you are. And the eyes. And again, I saw the eye the when he kneeled at the beach when I was 5 years old. And he asked me, and I was just like kicking the sand, lingering, and not really rushed to him. I was like, why that, God? Why you show me that? Because your eyes so inviting and everything. Why I'm not running to you? I know that he have all the time, right? I'm not rushed, which is peaceful for me. And then I see Jesus. I go back. I see I have all the time. And this aha moment, wow, you have. That's what's the eye looking at me. Come to me. I have all the time. I know you like to process things. Process with me. I know what to talk about, your excitement or your sadness or anything. Come to me, I was like, wow, that's it. And then the question was, I asked like a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago, by the prayer team, like, is God enough for me? And I was hesitate. Yes, but I'm not like yes, So I question myself. So now it's like, oh, it makes sense. He's so loving. He's so inviting. Everything is like he cares for me like more than the bird and everything. And I should be the one who running to him when I have my excitement moment or process thing, because I don't have to rush with him, right? He take one by one. Like this morning, he take come on, talk to me, one by one. Are you having worry about provision? Let's talk about it. Don't lose your sleep over it. Just let's talk, And that's my aha moment. Because in God, time is no limit. I can.
To whoever, like right now, you're talking about, oh, Beo Dai Bong, Ian Bai Ta, you're excited about something, you want to tell something, you want to tell your friends or whatever it is, right? So, kind of going back to which apostle, or is it all of them, or some of them, Luta, learning all God's words and all that stuff, which one out there actually went out there and, got excited like you, or something like that, and he went to tell.
So which apostle do you identify with? Is that the one?
Yeah.
I think I was like at Peter, a lot of Peter, and then sometimes I'm a Thomas. I need to know, I need to feel, And then sometimes I'm like Peter, I'm like, Lord, I love you. I want to walk. And then I take my eye off, I'm like Peter, like very, very jumping, running to the, like fast. Like no slow down, right? Jesus, the reason he's so calm is like, he knows that all the time is in his hand, right? He's calm and he's just like, slow down, breathe, And then both the scene that I see him like that, calm down, breathe, and we don't talk. I just knew something in his eye, that is a place that's safe for me.
But I think, like I said, I've learned a lot just by being involved with the, Holy Family. Even when Long is like writing her sermon and translating, so that's learning that. I remember like the scriptures and everything, how going back to John and everything, being beheaded and all that stuff. So those things, it helps understand.
That would be good to just remind each other if we're our eyes are on like the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And I love that when she was talking about like her kid's scar, that every time she had to undress it, she saw the scar, and God's
Bye, Debbie.
God's
Safe
faithfulness.
travels.
Take care. Yeah, and just reminding me that like through the hard things that he took me myself out of, or even seeing it in the lives of like us or other people, that he's so faithful, especially in those hard times that he takes out. Just looking back, it's like, wow, he did a lot. And if we just, we were talking about like the waiting and the trusting, and I think for me it helps to kind of look back and remember writing it in stone, the moments of his faithfulness, because I know I easily forget because of the waters everywhere, right? And it's so easy to look at the water and not turn our eyes upon Jesus. So that was a big takeaway for me today. Just I'm going to try to remember that hymn. Yeah. And that bird thing, dang, that was good.
Yeah.
I was like, Anita's the only
only
one who
Anita
saw it.
When she said the birds and the bees, I saw it was quick. I was like, wow.
Did it just, did it come across the room?
No,
and
it was
leave,
a
or-
quick in the door, out the door. Not
Oh,
like
really?
that. Yeah.
It just came to visit, like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
here.
hi.
It's for real.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I was too busy
Me too, I was writing.
taking notes that, sometimes we do probably just need to just sit and watch and listen and
Yeah.
not do so
Just
much
always
writing and be like
busy.
being so busy.
Yeah.
But being in the moment, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, that's your third confirmation.
I know.
You
Yeah.
had it twice so far, and then it's
Yeah.
like one each day.
Yeah.
This is the
Yes.
third.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the final confirmation, right?
Right.
And it was present in the eyes of everyone that was there. Should we paid attention?
Yeah.
That we knew of it, right?
Right. I'm like, somebody screamed. I'm like, what happened? Did somebody fall? but it was that God moment. I'm like, oh man. It reminded me too, just like, oh, don't be so busy.
Don't be so busy.
And just miss out on the moment. Because it reminded me too, like when I was walking, I enjoy this place so much, is that it is that Friday, Saturday, Sunday of you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about food, like working or anything like that. It's just, this is your time to just rest in Jesus. And when she was talking about, like, it convicted me about the anxiety and like, I want peace, but really we want Jesus. Like, he's the peace giver. So when when we are resting in his presence, I think all of you were mentioning that yesterday, just resting in his presence is what he will give you all of that. And that, I'm like, okay, I remember why I like this place.
ដាក់ដង្វាយថាពេលដែលយើងដាក់ដង្វាយព្រះអង្គនឹងប្រទានពរជួនកាលយើងភ្លេចថាពេលយើងដាក់ដង្វាយយើងចង់បានតែពពរចាហើយប៉ុន្តែពពរព្រះអង្គនឹងប្រទានឲ្យប៉ុន្តែព្រះអង្គចង់ឲ្យយើងដាក់ស្ម័គ្រពីចិត្តតែចិត្តយើងចង់បានពពរគឺចង់ដាក់ឲ្យស្ម័គ្រពីចិត្តយើងមិនមែនដាក់ដើម្បីតែពពរទេចាគឺថាយើងដាក់ 10% ព្រះអង្គប្រទានមក100អញ្ចឹងយើងដាក់10ពេលព្រះអង្គប្រទាន200យើងដាក់20ដល់ពេលព្រះអង្គប្រទាន300 30ដាក់ទៅវិញ30ដូចច្រើនណាយើងអត់ចង់ដាក់យើងចង់ដាក់តែ10ហើយយើងចង់បាន30ចាយើងអូវចង់បានmoreចាប៉ុន្តែព្រះអង្គចង់ឲ្យយើងដាក់ស្ម័គ្រពីចិត្តយ៉ាងចាយើងមិនថាដាក់ដើម្បីប្រពោទេប្រពោព្រះអង្គនឹងប្រទានតាមក្រោយហើយប៉ុន្តែពេលយើងស្វែងរកព្រះអង្គមិនមែនស្វែងរកដើម្បីឲ្យព្រះអង្គប្រទានពរដល់យើងព្រោះព្រះអង្គមានគ្រប់ទាំងអស់ប៉ុន្តែព្រះអង្គចង់ឲ្យយើងស្វែងរកព្រះអង្គជាមុននោះគ្រប់ទាំងអស់ព្រះអង្គនឹងប្រទានដល់យើងព្រោះពេលយើងអធិដ្ឋានអ្វីមួយយើងចង់បានភ្លាមប៉ុន្តែព្រះអង្គអត់ឲ្យជួនកាលព្រះអង្គឲ្យភ្លាមពេលយើងមានអាសន្នព្រះអង្គជួយយើងភ្លាមពេលយើងបាត់របស់អីមួយយើងថាអត់មានពេលរកវាហើយព្រះអង្គឲ្យយើងរកឃើញភ្លាមធ្លាប់បាត់របស់ឯងពេលយើងបាត់របស់ឯងមួយយើងរកវាអស់ពីចិត្តតែយើងបានស្វែងរកទ្រង់អស់ពីចិត្តដូចយើងបាត់របស់នេះជួនកាលពេលខ្ញុំបាត់របស់អីមួយខ្ញុំនឹកឃើញពីម៉ាញខ្ញុំថាតើខ្ញុំបានស្វែងរកព្រះអង្គដូចខ្ញុំស្វែងរករបស់ដែលបាត់នេះទេ
That's going through things that's heavy in your heart. He draws you really close, and this is kind of validation, you know. Yeah.
Experienced it until now.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Like it didn't click. Like now it's just like the key and the lock is in place. Before you were just searching for the hole. You know, you knew of it. You knew both, right? You knew everyone knows of certain things, but sometimes things just don't.
She hit the nail right on the head because it's the same takeaway too for me because you know when we're praying and we're seeking you know what we want, what we need, what we're wanting that peace and why we're not getting that peace and stuff like that. Where I feel like my prayers before it's like it's always God, will you help me with this? God, will you help me with that? God, you know, my heart's unsettled or something like that. But the one thing that it's so obvious and it didn't hit me till today was basically, you know, we need to seek Him first. And we've missed the whole point because every time we make a prayer, we're praying, we're asking and requesting for something, but we didn't request and ask to seek God's understanding, His love, right?
Yeah.
We don't seek to know Him yet because that's kind of part of me when I was just going through this journey. It's like I'm always knowing to ask God for, you know, ask God and He shall give it to you. But the one thing I didn't ask is for me to understand God, to know Him, and the vision, the whole I think keep coming back throughout this whole weekend. So it's like seek to Him, seek to know God, get in His gaze, look in His eyes, and be connected with God first. And once you've asked to seek Him, His kingdom, everything will fall into place. Whatever you're seeking, whatever desire you have, it will come afterwards. Like every time we pray, we should pray to, like, at least for me, like, I should know to now pray to understand God, to understand His love. And then, like, you know, by knowing you, God, and knowing how you work in your gentleness, your humble humility, all that my request that I have for you, the anxiety, the peace will just naturally come. And I didn't understand that before, so that was my aha moment, because yeah, it's a big one. It's repeated over, like, you know, sometimes while you know things, you hear people say, oh, you know, seek God's kingdoms first, but you don't really understand what some of the things mean until, like, people make that connection for you and put it all together. And so now I'm like, I totally missed it. You know, it wasn't the bullseye. I just hit all around the outside with my dart, you know what I mean? And so now I'm just like, okay, I get it. I was totally requesting for something else that was so selfish, you know what I mean? And what I needed to find out was asking God first to seek Him, to know Him, to love Him, to understand His love for us, most importantly. And that's the big takeaway from all of this weekend, was knowing that what He's gone through is because God loves us, and that's why He sent Jesus. And yeah, so if once we understand His love, and that was the main thing. So it's an eye-opening experience. He knows what you're going through because He planned it, He sees it. But the fact that He sent Jesus down to experience all the hardship and everything from beginning to end, He understands what you're going through. So, in a sense, I feel like that's it. Because sometimes people will tell you things, but they don't really understand your experience.
How they walk
God's
back.
gone. Yeah. And basically, Jesus went through all that so that He understands your experience. He knows your hardship.